Mike McNeal here in the Royal Examiner studio, and with me today I have two lovely ladies from Front Royal. They are from the Front Royal Women's Resource Center, and this here is Joey Waters and JoEllen McNeal, and they're going to talk primarily today about this Dare to Dream grant. And we've just released a story last week about it, but the deadline is approaching like Friday, right? So we want to get the word out and make sure that everyone has an opportunity to get their application put in. So who wants to start and tell me? Let's first of all talk about what the Dare to Dream grant's all about, and then we'll talk about the deadline.
Okay. Well, the grant is for women over the age of 18 out of high school who have a dream. They maybe a dream to further their education, to start a business, or if they have started one, they might need something to help improve it.
Sure.
We've done computer equipment. We've done supported trainings, schooling. We helped a woman start her in-home daycare center last year, and she said it just changed her life. So we're really open to a lot of things as far as what the funding goes for, and they can ask for a grant up to $1,000, and then we have a special Elaine Bromfield Memorial Scholarship in memory of Elaine, and that's $1,500, and typically goes to someone in higher education seeking to go further in their education. But we're just excited that this program has grown, and we've been able to sponsor more scholarships as money we have every year. We count the coffers.
Whatever comes in goes out.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So it's very exciting. And my only problem with the whole thing is we have so many wonderful women applying, and I don't always have enough money to grant everybody's dream.
$1,000 doesn't sound like a lot, but it goes a long way when you just need that, like one computer. You can't really do much with that old thing you've got, and you can get yourself something new and working again, or just little things just add up. And sometimes it's those small tools that really make a difference.
Exactly. One of the things we hear from almost all of our grantees are, it was support, having a group of women supporting their dream that made the difference. The money made a difference, but it was knowing that they were on the right track and they had this group of women supporting them.
A lot of times, throughout time, we talked about, having goals and dreams and things. But what makes them work is when you share them with somebody.
Absolutely.
A lot of times people don't want to say anything because, if it doesn't work out, then I'll be ridiculed and et cetera. But really, the success of a dream and a goal is to share that, and that gives you almost like, I've got to do this. I got people, I'm being held accountable, so to speak. But sharing that dream makes a big difference.
Makes a huge difference.
Because you'll get a lot of encouragement. You'll get a few naysayers, but sometimes you say, well, have you considered this? This is an idea. Oh, yeah, I know a lot about that. Let me help you. And if you don't share it, people don't know.
Right.
They don't know.
Exactly. Well, you made a good point there. That's another thing we do is if it's not money, sometimes we have connections. The Small Business Association, the Help at Laurel Ridge. Members who know people who know something, and we help them with information and support, computer support. Somebody might just need help getting their computer stuff set up and revamped, and we have people, we know somebody that can help them do that.
Yeah, I say, they know a guy.
I know a guy.
I know a guy. Or a woman.
Or I know a woman.
I know a woman that can help you with that.
That's a generic term. But yeah, you're right, because sometimes that you may only have a few dollars, $1,000 or $1,500, but you can help out a lot of women, not just the ones that win the grant, but help out quite a few when you can kind of like get your old Rolodex. If they know what I'm talking about, right? And mature people know that. I don't say old anymore because now it's me. But mature people. But yeah, you're right. A lot of times it's just about the connection and the influence that you have. Just by asking,
Absolutely.
When JoEllen called me, can you help? Yeah, I'm not going to say no, right?
Right.
So you have that connection. That helps. That's great. You're right. Now I kind of feel left out, you're doing all this stuff here. But the resource center is what it is. It's a resource center.
Yeah, it's actually not, it's not a building. It's a group of women. And that's our big thing is to be a resource. And we do other things other than the grant. We do education. For example, we have a coming up at the end of the month a virtual women's wellness workshop with lots of great speakers. And since the pandemic, we've been doing it on Zoom, and we get a really good response that way. People who couldn't normally come are involved.
Yeah.
So that's coming up on Saturday, January 28th from 9 to 1. And our stuff is all usually on Zoom and on Facebook Live, so you can get to it. And then it's all recorded, so if you miss it, you can get to it after the fact.
Yeah.
But
I've seen some of those, and I've actually watched a couple of them.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
But they sound very interesting. And sometimes you just have, a couple times you just had one woman on one topic, and you sat there and talked.
Yeah, that's our woman gathering.
Right.
We have Jennifer Waddell. Is it Jennifer?
I think so.
Kim Waddell with the Alliance of the Shenandoah Valley is the next one on Thursday, January 19th, and she's going to talk about what they do and also about the Rails to Trails, event. And she's really great. And then we have a poet, one of our grant winners from last year, doing something in February. So we are trying different formats, but we've stuck to the Zoom for now. Just because we seem to be able to reach more people.
Right. It's good. And again, you can always do it. And if someone shows up, wherever you're doing it at, around your coffee table, you know. But it's true. This virtual world has opened up a lot of opportunities for people, especially if you got young mothers that can't get away. They're working and kids and put the, and they can either watch it, afterwards. And it's great. Of course, the Royal Examiner is virtual, you can, it's all on your phone, you can take your phone. I was watching a video the other day. I was watching it on my phone, so can't call it a phone anymore, my mobile device.
There it is.
Yes, but
it does everything but call,
Right.
That's right. I mean, that's the future, and I think we got to gear our world around that the mobile device, and I think that's what most people are using. It's great to do that.
Ideally, we'll work into more of a hybrid kind of situation where we have, because people are missing the in-person meetings too. So we would try to do that as well as a virtual.
Right.
Yeah, we have in the past, we have had a big breakfast out at the Shenandoah Valley Golf Club to celebrate this at the end of March 23rd. And the past 3 years it's been online.
Yes,
the no breakfast.
Right.
And but this year we are happy to say it's gonna be in person, live at Shenandoah Valley Golf Club on March 23rd. And so we're really looking forward to getting people together and letting them meet the dreamers, not just the video that we've been doing, and getting women together.
People coming. And it's always good to hear about those successes that you've had or the failures. Sometimes we learn from failing.
We do.
That didn't quite work out, but you know what I did? I modified it and I changed it. I had some good input from Joey and JoEllen, and they helped me out. And guess what? I shifted gears a little bit, and it was successful. So I think that's what's important about this networking. That people, it's kind of like a networking group, support group, and I think that's great. We need more of that. And you're looking for people that are, like say, out of high school, so they're out on their own. They should be, and that's a good stepping stone. A lot of people just need help, and we're always our society wants to do for them, but they don't want to help them. You can't get just a leg up. They either got to do everything for you or do nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Seems like that.
Well, that was the idea to empower women.
Right.
To give them a start, to help them with their dreams.
Sure.
We're not going to be able to pay for the whole dream. We wish we could.
Sure. Nowadays we're so used to women and minorities are just a part of our culture. We don't realize just a few years ago where women and minorities didn't have those opportunities that they have today. We just take it. Kids today don't see color, don't see sex. It's just everybody's all blended together, and literally, I think sometimes. But they don't see that, and little kids don't see that. But adults, they do, and they just. But I just think it's great that we've had these opportunities. I've got over the years women are just better workers. I don't know what that is.
Well, one of the things.
Sorry to say that, but I was talking to somebody. I said I was at the polar plunge, right? And Megan had her crew there, all working.
My goodness.
All women. I said, you don't have any men working for you? Yeah, we have a token man or two coming around. I said, well, they lift the dog food. No. These women lift the dog food, so they're tough. So anyway, but you just don't see that. In years past, it was. Always doing menial tasks. Now we got CEOs and vice presidents and senators.
Women are, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, one of the things we've discovered, and through all the everything that we read, the best bang for the buck is to invest in women. Women are the best investment you can do.
Women control the wealth in this country, believe it or not. They control all the wealth.
That's a little hard to believe.
It is hard to believe it.
Yeah.
It's true, because if you look at the ones, because their husbands die and they get all the money, But, the old money is controlled by women, and because they've outlived their spouses, and now they're accepted into business and running CEOs and things like that. So there's a lot of powerful women in our country. We just don't, it's kept quiet, but trust me, I see it all the time. And look through that Virginia Business Magazine, the top 100 businesses, and you got a majority of them women at the top. So that's, we're seeing a big change.
Well,
so
it's about time.
I always said that behind every successful man is a woman pushing him.
Amen. Or a bunch of successful women in our case.
I know it's true in your case.
Yeah, the quiet one behind.
Not quiet. I don't hear about that. So anyway, it's just great. I'm just kidding around, but it's great to have these kind of organizations, and you're doing a great service to our community and to our young women or older women, but because there's no age limit, just over 18.
Right.
So you can be 90 and apply.
Still in high school.
Right.
That's
not in high school.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And we changed it last year because we used to say just they had to live in Warren County.
Right.
But we realized housing for young people is pretty tough in this county.
Right.
So now it's live or work in Warren
that's a
County.
good idea.
So,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I knew that from school, that it was so hard for the new people coming in to find affordable housing.
It's tough.
Yeah.
We were talking about housing the other day about, they're just not available. And, we're complaining about the quality of our, our affordable housing is really substandard housing, and and hopefully that will be improved. But there's a lot of things on the drawing board in our community, but it doesn't happen overnight.
No.
Right, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I want to let people know that if they are afraid of doing it online, which they can do, it's a very simple application.
Right.
It's not, they need to fill that out, and they do need a letter of reference. But it's very easy to do online. They can also, if they want to see the paper copy, we have them plenty at Samuel's Public Library.
Right.
All of the paperwork is there if they prefer to do it that way. But just if they have questions, they can call the office or they can email me, and we'll be happy to help them.
Okay, we'll put all that information here below the video in the story. Put all your contacts there for people to do it. But
just get it done.
Yeah.
By Friday.
So can you share how many applications you have already, or?
I haven't checked in the last week or so, but we were closing in on 10.
That's good. Yeah.
Well, we like to get up into the 20s.
Right.
So
Yeah, we've been trying different ways to get the word out, to get more, like this year on our flyer, we put a QR code.
Right.
Speaking of getting
techie.
So they
You
can
guys
just,
have really come into the 21st century.
so they can scan it on their phone wherever they
Yeah.
saw it and go right to the application. So we're trying to get it out in any way that we can. But
They fill it out on their phone and everything will be in lowercase. Turn the autocorrect off, right?
Right. So,
Don't
yeah,
tell them what you'll get, right?
we'd be happy to get a lot. And
Yeah.
Yeah, the more the merrier. I mean,
we've just met so many fabulous women through this process. It's just been
'Cause
amazing.
like you said, 20 people apply. Maybe one's going to get this big grant, but the other 19 can get some help, some assistance, some way or another, just through just encouragement or through the contact list that you have.
Well, we've typically given anywhere from 10 to 12 grants.
Right.
Right.
It just depends, and
How much money we
how much
raise,
money
right?
and how
Right.
big. Yeah. So
Right.
and they ask for different amounts. Some have only asked for $600.
Right.
They know what they want, and it costs $600, and we get it for them.
That's great.
So it's there's a variety of how much they're asking for.
It could be a training course. We've paid for a lot of training courses
Yeah.
that run around $600.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like you're really working hard to get this thing done. So
Yeah.
we want to do our part. We'll help
Thank
get the
you.
word out.
That would be
we'll spread
fabulous.
this. We'll obviously, when your program comes out, we want to encourage the ladies that have applied and won or not won, but we want to give them an encouragement, and we'll help share that information in the community.
Fabulous.
Right.
We'll keep doing it. All right.
Wonderful.
All right.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much. I
We
really
really-
appreciate all the great work you're doing. This is what makes our community so great. When
Yes.
people helping people. Really
It's a
appreciate
great community that
it.
way.
It is great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fabulous.
It really
we love
is.
it. We love it. That's why we're here.
We hope it doesn't
I
get
tell
too
people
big.
that all the time. You can live anywhere you want. But, the people that have chose to live here, all these people moving here, but, it's like being adopted. We've adopted them into our community, and we
Right.
did it by choice. And, like I said, if you don't like it, move.
It's a
Well,
pretty
we like
sweet
it a
place.
lot.
We do too, and organizations like yours is what makes it great.
And we love helping women, so please apply.
Please. Or check us out. Check it.
Yeah.
Go online
Right.
to
Watch a couple of these videos. And
check out it's frwrc.org, and there's lots of information there, and all the
Recordings of your other ones are on
recordings
there?
and
Yeah.
the things coming up, and how to join and become a member.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you.
That's great.
Get on our email blast if I can get that out, and get the information all the time. So
Okay.
come on.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Mike.
thank you.
Thanks so much.